Hey there, Hofstra fans. Welcome to this week's edition of the WNBA Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com. I'm Mike Sullivan, joined as always by head coach of the Hofstra Women's Lacrosse team, Shannon Smith. Coach, how are you today?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Pretty good, Coach. Coming off a two-game week for you guys. First, Rutgers, number 19 team in the country. You fall there, 13-6. You bounce back at home against Quinnipiac. Yesterday, you defeat them. Just talk about your team's week going 1-1 against Rutgers and Quinnipiac.
Definitely. I think we started out slow against Rutgers, and we got beat a little bit. And we didn't do well in between the 30s, transitioning the ball into our attacking end. I thought when we got in the attacking end, we executed on what we needed to do. We just didn't do a good job at getting the ball over. So we worked really hard on that. We put a lot of pressure on them and challenged them to get better. With that, for the Quinnipiac game, I thought, we did well. We redefended extremely hard. Our defense played really well the first 55 minutes of the game, and then we kind of let down in the last 5 minutes. But our problem during that game was a little bit of the draw controls, and then our biggest problem was our shooting. Our shooting was really bad. Luckily enough, we were able to put the shots away that we did, and it's a positive that we're getting these looks. We're able to get these great looks on Cage, but now we got to figure out a way to put them away.
Quickly to touch on the Rutgers game, you get up 1-0, you're within a goal at 3-2, and that's when the Scarlet Knights really started to pull away. What happened there that allowed Rutgers to really put some goals up on you?
Yeah, I think we fell apart a little bit. They were winning the draw control, coming down and scoring on us, and then if we did come up with a big stop, we weren't doing a good job of transitioning the ball into our attacking end. That's with our defenders in the middies and the attackers. Attackers weren't doing a good job of cutting up to the ball. Defenders weren't doing a good job of getting rid of the ball, and the middies were kind of in the middle of trying to get that ball across, and everybody on that field just didn't do a good job of transitioning the ball into our attacking end safely.
You come back against Quinnipiac. You mentioned the shot totals, 43 of them. You get 12 goals. You obviously like the opportunities, but how do you start putting more goals up on the board when you have 43 shots? That's obviously a ton of opportunities to really put a team away, get a lot of goals, and really prove how effective your offense can be.
Yeah, we're going to have to practice it a lot. This is something we're really going to focus on this week. But it's also the young ladies on the team believing that they can score, and every shot that they take isn't just a shot to shoot, and it isn't just something to be like, hey, I got a shot in today's game. No, every shot you take counts, and it makes a difference somewhere. And we have to be able to know that every ball we shoot has to go in the back of the cage, and it has to be a goal, and we have to put that emphasis, and we have to really stress that, and we've got to focus on every shot that we take.
You brought up the draw controls as well. 14-9 was the number in the advantage of Quinnipiac. How do you improve there? Obviously a huge part of the game. Usually if a team's going to be successful, they win the battles at the draw control.
Yeah, we have to do a better job of switching up the people on the draw control with Jill and Kanto. But we'll get better at that, and we got to do a better job a little bit of boxing out behind the restraint lines and really allowing our people in the circle and our draw person to really be able to go after those ground balls. But it's something to get better at, and it's something for us to improve on. It's a challenge that will lay ahead of us for Thursday against Temple.
Individually, a couple of your players on the defensive side of things had good games. Start off with Marianne Miller, 6 ground balls, a career high from her. What do you see from her out on the field? She's a player, offense, defense, can do a lot out there for you, and is a senior leader as well.
Marianne's a great leader for this team, plays with a lot of heart, and really, instills that into her teammates. She did a great job in running the midfield, looked really fast, and was getting low on the ground balls, coming up with the ground balls when we were getting great checks or they were turning over the ball. She did a lot of the dirty work for us, and it was nice for her to get that 8-meter shot there at the end of the game. As
a team, you get 14 caused turnovers. Jamie DiArco, she had 4 of them. She's your veteran there on the back line with a few young players surrounding her. What have you seen from her play this season, and especially Sunday against Quinnipiac with those caused turnovers?
Jamie's a great leader on the defensive end, and is really, giving a great pathway for those younger players on the field. And Jamie played tough for us, and she always does every game. It's really fun to watch her play.
This week coming up, you have Temple on Thursday, a midweek afternoon game here at James M. Stewart Stadium, a team 5-2 on the season. They beat Rutgers 8-7, a team you just faced. So what do you expect to see from the Owls coming in on Thursday? Temple's
tough. They're a great team, very well coached. They got a well-balanced scoring attack, and they got a lot of threats on the field. So definitely going to be a challenge for us on the defensive end of being able to control their big players on the attacking end. And us offensively, we got to still be able to move the ball. We got to be able to handle the pressure, and most importantly, we got to be able to put the ball in the back of the net, and got to win the draws.
What are you looking to improve on? You just brought up shots, you brought up the draw controls heading into the Temple game Thursday, and then also it's your only game in about 2 weeks, so you've got some time to really work on some things heading into the remainder of your non-conference and into CAA play as well.
Yeah, right now we're focused on Temple. We can't really look ahead to what we have coming in the future. We have to get ready for Temple, and we got to get better on the draw controls and our shooting, and just a little quick fixes on the defensive end, and we'll be ready to go. We just have to keep improving. We can't take a step back now. We have to improve, and we got to be able to put a full 60 minutes together out there in the field.
5-3 now. What's the key to victory Thursday against Temple to get win number 6?
We got to put the ball in the back of the net. We got to win the draw controls.
Simple from Coach Smith, draw controls, and putting the ball in the back of the net. For head coach Shannon Smith, I'm Mike Sullivan. Thanks for tuning in to the W. Mason Coaches Report.